Hi everyone! So in this video I'm going to be trying out Die & Press's new stamp and die sets. One of tied already, my goodness. One of them is called No Bones About It and the other one is the Backgrounds Halloween and Fall. I already did a review of the holiday or Christmas backgrounds, really nice. So we'll try these out today in this video here. And these items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. Any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like to. They'll take you right to the products. Sometimes I just have a generic link right to, you know, whatever storefront it might be. These items are now available on HSN, so those are definitely linked there for you. Let's check these out. So in the previous video, I measured these. These are more of a mini slimline. They are 3.5 by 6 inches is what it'll cut, so a complete topper for like a mini slimline. If you like your mini slimlines to be like I do, 6 by 3.5. And then this is so cute, you guys. Oh my goodness. I had seen it in the email blast, and I could not wait. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, okay. Let's go here. We have our dies here. Again, they're backgrounds. You have your spider web. You have like a little witchy poo here. Look at the little ghost down here. I'll show it to you in the inspo sheet. And then this one's like a little graveyard kind of scene. Very spooky with the trees and jack-o'-lantern and little grave there. And then these are the stamps that will fit, you know, within those areas that are kind of like open here. So we have Hey Boo, you know, Happy Haunting, Trick or Treat, Spooky Halloween, Happy Halloween, Tonight We Fly, among the other wordings. The marquee cutting folder, but of course if you do not have a marquee, you can put these thin metal dies to any machine that you have that cuts thin metal dies. And here we go. So we have that background, again with the witchy poo, the spider webs here. Little ghost, so cute. I love the little clouds and little bat there. And then that graveyard scene, again your sentiments, and something like this, very simple. They just have a background piece of paper or your card base, some stamping, and then the background on top, right, the topper that we're going to cut. And then this little guy is called No Bones About It, and I'm going to show you the inspo sheet first just so you kind of understand what's happening here. I love how they stamp that. It looks kind of like a lime green, maybe even a neon, not neon, what's the word, glow in the dark ink. But we have the little skeleton like face, his little upper body area. What do you want to call it? Abdomen? I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know why I can't think of a good wording for this area here, you guys. My goodness. You got the lumbar region there. The ribs and the hips there. Anyhow, little arms, and then they're kind of like in different ways, so you can pose in differently. So I don't know if you can see, this arm is a little bit bent. This one's bent in the other direction. This one's bent like this one. This one's kind of like a slight bend. So there's definitely left and right arms. There are little legs that are just bent. This one is bent in a really funny way. This one's just kind of like hanging down. This one's a little bit bent here. A little jack-o'-lantern. All have dies that go along with them. Little party hat, little witchy poo hat. He's got a bow tie, even a top hat. Very handsome looking skeleton here. We have a little graveyard signs, or even tombstones, should I say. My goodness. It's too early to be tongue-tied already. And then look at the little pets. Oh my gosh, you guys. We have a doggy, we have a kitty, and it's all their little bones there. You have some extra stamps like the stamps and dies. The bat, the stars, some hollow stars, some full stars, you know, that kind of thing. And then little bones, just some extra bones. Maybe that's for your little doggy, or maybe it's just some extra bones. And then we have like the crescent moon, little background, you know, like bats and stars, like little sprays and sprinkles, little movement marks for your little animals and bones if he's kind of dancing there. Some cute little whirlies and swirlies and cute. This one I was like, what is this? It's just like a really cool raggedy kind of shape. Option to stamp sentiment and fog die cut, so it's supposed to impersonate fog, and you can see right here that is really cute in vellum. Of course, with the vellum, you're going to stick it down like behind areas where you have something else, so that's where the glue is kind of hidden. But we have, you know, break a leg, happy haunting, no bones about it, you're spectacular, shake, rattle, and roll, and then they have some inspo ideas there. That is so cute. I love that. It's supposed to be fog. Okay, so tons of stamps, of course, for our little characters. The reason I'm pairing these together is because I think they pair really well together. We'll do a background, we'll add maybe our little skeleton fun guy in there, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So, and then all the dies. I mean, that background piece is pretty big too. It's like almost 5 inches. by 2¼ a little over 2¼ maybe, and then everything else is clearly smaller than that. So what I'm going to do is grab some paper. I'm going to run through all 3 of these guys so you can see what they look like. Oh my goodness, this one came up with the tape, but just gonna take that off. Anyhow, let me grab some different papers and we will get started. So for this one, spiderwebs are kind of white. I was gonna do black just because black is what pops in my mind, especially I think I'm gonna pair this with a little no bones, like the actual set that we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna cut this from black paper so that the little white bones really pop. And then I'm going to also as well cut this one out of black paper because I think just with the silhouette with the witchy poo and everything, it just seems like that should be cut out of black paper also. And then I'm going to do something, even though it's a little more involved, but not that much more. I just want to show you something fun and quick. We have this guy. On this one, what I'm going to do is just some ink. You can just do ink. You can do watercolor. Actually, you know what? Let's do ink. I was going to do watercolor. But it'll just be easier. So, you have the little trees. So if you want to make it, brown or whatever, that's great too. What I'm going to do is just grab some paper. Let me see if this one's big enough. Oh, that one's right on the edge. So no, that one. Maybe this one. Okay. And I am going to trim this down just so I know what areas I kind of want to put some color in. And you can do this afterward, but I think it's easier if we just add some color right now just the way it is. So let's see, I have black here, brown, and I don't know if I'm gonna make the pumpkin orange on its own. Sorry, why don't we do sure, why not on that one. Okay, so I'm just going to just be real messy about it. It's just a quick way of adding color before we even die cut. And so in my mind, if I'm looking at this, this top part can be more like the brown color. Is this brown? Sure. Okay. And then down here more of black and all that. So I'm just going to come in, like not even trying to make this look nice, just adding color to this whole kind of middle, as far down as you would like, wherever you think those branches go to, something like that. And I'm telling you, don't even worry about how nice and neat or whatever that looks like. It's just adding a little color and maybe some more in here. Okay, so let's say that's the brown. And I grabbed like a yellow kind of orangey color for the little pumpkin, and he's kind of like around here. I'm not trying to do too much on that. Just a little something like that. And then with black, I'll just grab some ink. And I can come in here in this last part and just really color this area in. Maybe even over here by our pumpkin. Kind of in there. And that looks good to me, right? Maybe a little higher up on this one. Why not? Okay, so I'm just gonna put these things away. And little tapey tape on that one, just because I do have some specific areas as far as like pumpkin and stuff. And I'm gonna run that through, and I'll run the others through, and I'll be right back. Again with you guys real quick on this one. Again, a little yellow from the eye. Well, this will fall away. The whole middle section really is going to fall away. Oh my goodness, I didn't know. The die has embossed areas. That's really cool. I love that. So, well, it's debossed, it's pushed in. So it just gives a little more texture, and you can see we already colored it, just had some fun, and no big deal. Now, if you still want, to put a little black ink on that, I would just use a finger dauber and just color that area. But that quickly we have a cute background. Really fun. Okay, I'll be back. So again, they just cut so nicely. I'll save that. And I'm sorry that we have black background in my videos, so it's hard to see, but we have, let me see, that guy. And look at this. Oh my gosh, I would love, you can just snip her out. You can use her for different things, but look how cute. Little image. Oh, I didn't notice the bat in the first one. I saw the clouds and I noticed that bat, but not this one. And the little ghosties down there. And then we have this one that we kind of played around with a little bit with the coloring. All right, I'll be right back. So, in the meantime, I went ahead and grabbed a mini slimline card base that I already had in my stash. So basically, if you're making your own, you're gonna want a piece of paper that is 7 by 6, scored at 3.5 on that 7-inch side, right? So it's 3.5 by 6. I cut this pretty purple background, just a color to pop. A little bit smaller than 3.5 and a little bit smaller than 6. And I'm just going to glue that down. Now, I probably will do some stamping on this. I don't know exactly where yet because I'm going to include my little skeleton. So if you want to wait on that, of course you would wait on that, right? But for me, I'm going to pop that down right now. And then our spiderwebs, and my card might be oriented this way, it might be oriented the way, I don't know yet. But either way, I'm going to glue this down. It has a really nice edge for shaker ability if you would like. To add foam, or again cut several layers to build up the layers. Okay, I'm gonna try to do, oh, I should grab my fine tip glue to be honest, but that's okay. Take some of that away. Just really getting on those main areas. Yeah, if you want to put a little here and there. And this covers the whole front, that's why it's 3.5 by 6. So I'm just eyeballing what that looks like. That looks really good. And my purple piece, I don't know if I mentioned, it's just a little smaller than 3.5, a little smaller than 6. Whenever I have some kind of matte layer like that, where I want to put it behind a topper, I always make that second, the underneath piece, a little bit smaller, so I'm not trying to get it right on right when I go to glue it together, that it's sticking out, or oh no, that piece is here or there. I'm gonna put something heavy on top of this and just let it sit for a minute. And I'll be right back. So let's move this away. And there's our card base again. Maybe I'll do stamping here, maybe it'll be this way. I'm not sure right now, actually. I can kind of think about that. Aww. Does Hey Boo fit there? It might have to. Oh, we can even go like this, I suppose, if I wanted. Okay, I'm just trying to see how I would position that best for this part. So this is actually alcohol ink marker paper, just in case, because I do like when something's mostly white to give it a little gray or a little blue tone, a little beige tone if it needs it, you know, with my markers. And so I'm kind of planning out how I'm going to put his little body, or her, I guess it's a him in this one. So we have the skeleton, we have the torso, is that the word I'm looking for? Sure, okay. Then a little bit of room, I don't know exactly how close the dies are. Look at that. I love that the die on that one is right on that little spine. So yeah, just giving them a little room in between. His little arms, let's see. It's kind of like this. I don't know. I'm just choosing some things. Let's see where the other, oh, this would be this one possibly. So let's say he's kind of waving. Maybe the other ones just chill like this. So let's do those two arms, and then he's legs. So which legs do we want? I was thinking about kind of sitting him up. I don't know. We can play with this obviously however we like. Let's see, are those facing the same way? Okay, let's do these two. Another straight one. I'm trying to think how I would want these guys to be. Sure, let's just use these two. And if I change my mind, I'll pick out something else. So for right now, we're just concentrating on bones. I think that's all we need, right? Let me put this on my stamp position. I'll be right back. Bring this guy over. Gonna give myself some room between each. I think enough room. They do not have to be stamped at the same time. I just do that sometimes. And that's good. Oh, we want, oh, sorry, excuse me. Pardon my reach there. We want this guy. Again, I'll pick all these up at the same time. And I do get this question if this stamp press lays flat. It does. It's just, I don't know, a lot of times in my videos I just kind of hold it up and ink it that way. But it does lay flat. And these are acrylic stamps, so just firm, even pressure, not too hard. And you guys, I think I got them all. Maybe that one needs a little more right here. But that's it. Okay, well, I'm gonna let that dry because when you use alcohol ink markers, if you're using hybrid inks, you definitely need them to dry before you go in with that, or they will still smear. Okay, guys, so I will be right back. I'm gonna clean off my stamps in the meantime, and I'll be right back. So I'm just gonna take, this is a light color gray. You can do it with blue, again, a beigey color, whatever it is that you like. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna use this side because these are kind of smaller areas. So again, just taking a little bit, and just so it's not like we forgot to do this, just adding a little bit of, you know, shadow wherever you think that should be. Okay, and so I'm doing on the right, that's fine. And then this arm is, I was thinking about this one waving, so I suppose a little shadow might still be there, you know, whatever, a little something. And then this might be his arm on this side. Just a little something. And then his legs. More like that. Alright, just a little gray. I know, it's just a little something. And then these guys, now if I can see right through them, that's one thing. I can just kind of, I can see his little cheeks and all that. That's not too bad, right? It's gonna have white edge. If you would like to keep it that way, that's fine. Sometimes what I would do with something like this is I'll go around the edges with a color like that so you don't have a white edge, but I think this is fine for today. But if you can't really see in there, we can make apertures. And I mean, I have a good idea of that, but then that area is so specific, I really want to get it right on. So what I'm going to do is cut these guys down. Just trimming down my paper. And I'm going to run this through a scrap of paper. Now, you know, if you want to run through something like black paper, let's say you want to do a drop shadow, that'd be really great because then you have that for drop shadowing. I'm just going to grab a scrap of whatever paper I have here. I think this paper is hard to use as far as that's been cut up so many times, so I'm going to grab a little scrap like this. And I've shown you guys how to make apertures in the past, but let's just have that there. Take a piece of tape. I will run this through. Folder here I've used many times. Sorry, I meant to adjust the video eye there, and I turned off, I just stopped recording. That's not what I meant to do. So we have that piece. Again, if you want to drop shadow, you know, you would cut that from a color paper that you would want to use. But basically you're just lifting this flap. You are not going to remove it. You're just lifting this up, and you can see exactly where you're going to cut, and you push it right back down, and then, you know, a lot of times I'll add an extra piece of tape just to help me with that, staying in place. And we'll run it through. Again, the skull, I just eyeballed. This other one, I definitely made an aperture for. And we'll see how we did. But with this guy, again, I kind of eyeballed that. Not too bad. A little bit off. But this one should be much closer. Alright, so I'll make apertures for the other arms and legs, and I'll be right back. So cute already, just having these little pieces. Even the pieces that cut out here from my apertures are adorable. I did cut out a couple at a time, but this last one was so close to the next one, I was like, I had to cut them separately. So we have those pieces. I will get rid of that. Some people like to keep their apertures, like if you know this works for you, you know, just keep it. So you're not always cutting paper every time, but I generally just put my stuff back on the carrier and cut a new one. Of course, if you're doing a whole session, you have a whole bunch of them cut at that time. Okay, so if I have my little body pieces here, I was either going to sit him on here and have fun that way, you know. Obviously, we have all these little body parts, and just, you know, they're not that little. I know I said little, but I mean, you guys, how cute would that be if he's just chilling there? that's pretty much what I was thinking. But he can also go this way, and I mean, he can be sitting here. Just a few modifications here. I was going to put his little legs just kind of out and fun. Of course, it's, you know, whatever. He can be doing like the splits over here with this one, and then this one can be up like that, saying hello, you know. How cute is that? Oh my gosh. And then where are our sentiments? We have sentiments in both sets, of course, but like we had Hey Boo here, I can kind of make it so that that works out. That would be fun. Okay, let's do that. Something like this. This little bag of bones here. Okay. And maybe we'll put this as sideways as I can. And let's see if we still have room for him, of course. He, you know, we can fit him in here however, so you're gonna have room. However it is that we place him, so I think it'll be fine. Okay, let me put this on my stamp position, I'll be right back. And I'm just gonna use black ink. Oh, that was weird. Pushing a little harder because I know that part of the die cut is there, so looking good. Okay, I'm gonna clean that up. I'll get this out and I'll be right back. Stamping and still have this background here. What we can do is maybe get some of this purple and some of these little fun bits from this guy. And a smaller stamping block and just do purple on purple. Just kind of stamp some there, maybe around here, some back there, just like that. Still something behind him. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so let's bring our little guy back again, you know, depending on what we want to do with this. Oh, hold on. Did I use two of the... Oh no, this can be this way. Okay, I was gonna say, did I use two of the wrong hand? That would not be great. Cute. Okay, and maybe we'll pop his head up. But other than that, I'm gonna stick these things down. So, just where I see this. And of course, the little bones can be totally just jointed. You don't have to make it so that it makes sense, right? You just have a lot of fun with that. And so I'm just gonna put this here. Again, just gluing them down, and I'll put a dimension on the back of his head. I'll bring his head down yet, but I did put just some dimensionals on the back of his little head. And of course, you want to put a little hat, a little bow tie. I mean, there's lots of other fun things. On this guy, I put a dimension on the back of his hand, and then what I can do is when I stick it down, it'll be stuck down right there, but then we'll have this area. Actually, I'm just going to put it up like that. So that's stuck down there, but then we have a dimension here. Same thing with the other hand. I'll stick it down so that it has dimension on the hand, and then just stuck down on this area. I think he is so cute. Just adorable. I'm going to add a few enamel dots. That's what you're hearing opening up over here. Let's try from the Halloween pack these bright green ones just to bring in a little more color, something else. And we'll go with the mid-sized ones and just pop them in wherever, so that's a good spot. Really push these guys down, especially when you have die cuts and other things that are kind of there. And then I'll pop a few more kind of over here in this area. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you had fun, you know, checking these guys out. Again, just having a little fun with some quick coloring on that one. Gorgeous background, and then putting together some of our little no bones about it. Just the cutest. Excuse me, my goodness. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.